But let's focus on a couple of numbers. Biocon came out with its set of numbers, and let's cut across Ms. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw. She is going to be detailing those numbers. The stock is doing quite well. Remember, it was a fairly decent performance coming in from the Syngene business, though the biosimilars business, that's a big trigger. Currently only around 10 to around 12% of the revenues is expected to be the next big trigger for the stock as we speak. Have a couple of notes as well that came in early this morning.
Good morning. I'm pleased to share with you the financials for Q2 of fiscal year 2017. We've delivered a very strong set of numbers this quarter. At a consolidated revenue level, we have delivered a 20% growth in revenues from 819 crores last fiscal to 993 crores this fiscal. When I break it up into Biocon alone sales, this has also grown 17% from 533 crores last fiscal to 622 crores this fiscal. Our research services business represented by Syngene grew 14% from 250 to 286 crores this fiscal. Our performance was bolstered by strong delivery from our small molecules business, which grew 15% with a very good product mix, realizing revenues of 389 crores. Biologic sales continue to deliver robustly, 96 crores this quarter at a 26% growth rate. Branded formulations delivered 15% growth rate and revenue numbers of 137 crores. We also booked 32 crores of licensing income pertaining to many of our biosimilar programs that we licensed in several emerging markets. Total R&D spends were 113 crores, of which 65 crores is reported in the P&L and 48 crores has been capitalized on account of both trastuzumab and glargine development related to the developed markets. I must remind you that exceptional income was 203 crores last fiscal on account of Syngene IPO. So, you know, when you exclude this, we have delivered very, very strong EBITDA margins as well as profit. EBITDA margins were at 28%, net profit margin was at 15%, and EBITDA was 277 crores and net profit was at 147 crores. So this sort of sums up the snapshot of all the financial numbers that are important for me to share with all of you. Thank you. I would also now move on to milestones this quarter. I think the most significant milestone this quarter was the tentative nod that we received for our rosuvastatin calcium tablets, which heralds our foray into the US generics market. Following this was also a very important acceptance by EMA for review of our trastuzumab biosimilar dossier, which again was a very proud event for us because this was the first biosimilar trastuzumab dossier to be accepted for review by EMA. As you know, we are betting very big on this molecule, so it's a very important event for us. Another very important event was the launch of our biosimilar insulin glargine in Japan by our partners Fujifilm Pharma. They have actually shared with us the very positive feedback that they've received both from doctors and patients, which augurs well for garnering good market share in the Japanese market. And of course, the Japanese approval has actually opened many new markets for us, both in terms of market entry and licensing opportunities. So I think overall, I think we are well positioned to deliver good growth across all businesses, all verticals. And, you know, I think the investments we have made in making all these investments in both creating scale in our manufacturing capabilities, such as in Malaysia, as well as the very large investments we've made in developing our biosimilar pipeline is beginning to pay the dividends that we had promised. Thank you.
All right, then we'll get chatting with the management very shortly. As we speak, the stock is still holding up in the green. So that's good news. In fact, we'll get Ms. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw shortly with us. Keep your eye out. NCC Limited, that's another stock that suddenly spiked up. So plenty of action from the mid-cap space as we speak. NCC Limited should be up for you on the screen. But let's get in Ashwini Gujral.